Alrighty, welcome back. I just recorded this video, but it didn't have any sound because I had to fix my PC because my fans were loud, so I was fucking playing around with it, and I had to unplug everything and do it, and then when I plugged it back in, my mic was on mute, so, yeah, it's been fun. So basically, yeah, I went into today. I mean, we had a little bit of a winning day. I made like $500 on my accounts or whatever. Going into the day, I was I didn't know if I was short biased. I mean, we were definitely going down, but on this 4 hour or whatever, I'm like, okay, we're pushing down in 1 hour, we're going down. We had pulled back or whatever. I'm like, okay, we could definitely see us going down. The only problem is we had took out this low in from yesterday or whatever in the pre-market, so I was kind of worried that that was like the sweep. I didn't know if we were actually going to get down here. So, like, when this trade came up, I was hesitant to take it. And I didn't. And then, of course, it just absolutely fucking dumps. And then once we did that, I'm like, okay, we have another hourly low down here, whatever wick we could go to, which I don't expect us to because I don't know. I did a lot of back testing and realized that when I set targets, most of them only my first target gets hit within the um or not just my first, like the second target I have in one direction, like 80% of the time or 75% of the time or something like that, does not get hit in my session from 9:30 to 11. Maybe it gets hit later in the day. Obviously, some days it's going to hit it, but I expect most days that it's not going to get to my second target just from what I've seen or whatever, like backtesting and just experience of like me trying to get these pushes and then just getting stopped out because we never get to it or whatever. That's why I backtested it because I'm like, God, I feel like I should just stop trying to go for the second target if we've already hit it. But we're in an eval. I didn't want to miss I didn't want to take a no trade day in a fucking eval. So I took it and I just ended up trailing when we broke this low. I like went break even or whatever, and then I just trailed, made like $500 or something like that. But what I've realized, kind of what I want to go to, is like something I strayed away from was my flags. I feel like I had good luck with flags, and I mean I think now like I don't know, I should be able to see the market, and I have better experience than I did first with flags or whatever, and all this shit. Like I used to always wait for like a push up, a push down, or like so it'd be a push down. So I'd be like, okay, obviously this is with other stuff. I'm just saying it like on the 1 minute chart. I'm not saying I only am gonna analyze on the 1 minute chart, but it's like the push down, the push up, and then I always used to wait for a push down, and then a push back up and a trap, and then I just felt like I was missing too many trades or whatever, and then I realized that I can still get in, depending on discretion, obviously, or whatever other context, if I still think we're going to go lower, that if I push down and push up and it doesn't have to come all the way back up, and then we push, I'd still be okay entering. And I kind of did that for a while, and I had good luck. That's honestly probably what I think I was doing that. I should go back and look, honestly, when I was getting big payouts and stuff like that. I felt like I was waiting for that, because I think it saves me from buying like this, and then we get a push up, like it's me shorting here, and then we just get a push up and fucking rip it or whatever. It saved me from that because I'm like, okay, I need that push up anyways to then get short if we come back down because then it'll look like we'll go. And then if it just V shapes push down, whatever, I'm gonna miss the move. It is what it is. But like today, that's what I did. I waited for the push down again, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait. And then we had that. Obviously, it wouldn't have stopped me out if my stop was up here or whatever. Oh, or I don't know exactly where I got in. I'll show you the executions on the other page in a second. Um, but yeah, obviously today it wouldn't have mattered, but a lot of days I have been getting cooked. I feel like that will help me. And same thing with this one. It is like we have the push down, we have the push up, the push down, two candle push back up, and then you could enter here on like this close, or once this candle opens and starts to push again, somewhere in this range here, depending on just anywhere in here, because we already got the push down and then the push back up that failed, and then to keep going. And then you don't have to sit in this 2 minutes, which sometimes is not 2 minutes of chop or 2 minutes of waiting. It's a fucking pullback that stops you out before going, or just fully reverses. So I think that could save me a lot. I think I've had good luck with that in the past, and that's kind of the plan. Yeah, here's the executions or whatever. We made like $500, some slippage or whatever. I was in 10 minis or 10 micros, and then yeah, that's it. Just once we broke, I would break even, And then once we started getting pushes, I was just trailing and then got trailed out there, which ended up being good. So, yeah. Oh, God, sorry. I felt like I was speedrunning. That was a lot. Overall, I mean, I still feel like shit just. I have no confidence still. And even, this is kind of a sidebar, but fucking SMCI, I sell like, or I do like wheel options, or like I sell calls and puts or whatever. And I've been doing it on Amazon for like the past couple months and having good luck there because it's a good company, like it's a company I trust or whatever. But I did it originally with SMCI because if you, I don't know if you guys know anything about like selling options or whatever, but if you're doing a cash secured put, you need to be able to buy 100 shares. Like it's basically a limit order that you get a premium paid on, and if you get if it hits your limit price, then you get assigned 100 shares of that stock. So you need 100 times worth of this. So when I was testing it, I was doing it with SMCI and SoFi, and one time I did it with SMCI, so I'm selling it was at like $52. I sold at like a $49 strike price because it was earnings week, and my dumbass in the beginning enters on an earnings week when now I've learned my lesson, but it's bitten me in the ass. So I sold for like an extra fucking 80 cents of premium, or so like $80 worth of premium, and then we have just monumentally sold off since then. And I've gotten like, so I got it filled the 49. I did another one and got filled at like the 35. So my average price was like 42, and then I was selling covered calls on it all the way down until I got to like this. And then of course I'm like finally getting close where I'm like, all right, maybe a couple green days, push up like 5 to like 8% over the next whatever, and then with me selling covered calls that are getting closer, that means the premium's better because it's closer and more likely to happen. I'll be able to drag it down and finally get out. I learned my lesson and my lesson would be I wasted fucking 5 months because I'm a degenerate and I entered during fucking earnings when I fucking shouldn't. But then it comes out today that the fucking, not the CEO, but I don't know, one of the big wigs was like fucking smuggling like fucking GPUs from Nvidia, like $2.5 billion worth into China or something like that, and now they're under investigation and all this shit. So I'm basically getting fucking rinsed on that because I have 200 shares of this. That just went from I have 200 shares at a price of like $36 or $37, and now it just dropped to 22. So I lost $14 a share on what is that on 200 shares, which is what $2,800 or whatever. So yeah, I'm learning my lesson, so I gotta decide if I want to sell or whatever. But yeah, I've just been getting fucked on and everything. So I like to stick to Amazon. Obviously, the bigger companies are better because they're more trustworthy. The problem is you gotta put up more capital. Like I have a strike right now that expires today for 205, but that means I put up $20,500, and if it gets assigned, I would have to buy those, which I have gotten assigned, and then I just sell calls the next week, and then they've hit or whatever. So it's worked out well, and I trust Amazon, but like this company I want to get out of because I don't trust it because I didn't do my research because I'm a fucking dumbass. So I've just been going through it now, whether it's been trading or now it's my fucking longer term fucking investing account. Like it's just everything's going to shit. But I mean, at least I got a little bit of confidence back coming after today, and yeah, we're just gonna go on to next week. I guess it's a decent way to end the week, and hopefully that little kind of waiting for my flag type thing will help me out a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Also, thanks for people who are like putting comments or suggestions or whatever. I know I don't. It doesn't look like I take any of them, but I take them into consideration, which I like. I know people have been telling me maybe get off the 1 minute and go to like the 5 minute and stuff, which I've been trying to look at more and play that a little bit. But yeah, I do appreciate it, and yeah, that's all I got. Enjoy the weekend. Take care.